Unakata pia kabaya Wakenya mnakuanga nako ya kuweka mtu kwa speaker alafu mnarekodi sauti yake bila ruhusa. Nikipata sauti yangu ina trend huko nje na kuna pesa napata, mtajua mimi mlu yako na roya na sina roya binadamu. Usinirecord.
Ili kupata skiza tini hii, usinirecord. Bonyeza *811 *396#.
Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Well, we have a comprehensive bulletin lined up this afternoon. My name is Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy. Moreover, to interact with us, do use our Twitter handle at KBC Channel 1 as well as other social media handle or other channels. And now to kick us off, 8 people have perished in an accident near Miguta in Ngewa, Githunguri Sub-County, Kiambu County. 4 people died on the spot, while the other 4 died while receiving treatment in Githunguri, Ruiru and Kiambu hospitals, respectively. Githunguri Deputy Sub-County Police Commander George Koro said the Friday night accident occurred after a personal car lost control and collided head-on with a 14-seater matatu. Koro said 6 people are still receiving treatment in various hospitals in the county. The whereabouts of the driver of the personal car are unknown.
Watumiaji wa barabara wawe waangalifu wakati wanatumia hizi barabara, waende kwa mwendo wa polepole na waendeshe magari zao kwa utaratibu kuliko kwenda endesha vibaya. Hiyo ndio inaleta shida na tunapoteza maisha ya watu wetu.
Kwa ofisi yangu mimi nimeandika barua kwa contractor na kwa Kenha mara kama 4, lakini kila wakati wanasema wanakuja kuweka bumps, na nahuzunika zaidi wakisema ati ni contractor hapo amelipwa. Ili hali tunajua hii hauwezi ukaniambia unangoja kulipwa ndio uweke bump.
In other news, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner wants data handlers to erase all personal data after use to avoid breaches. The Data Commissioner says data breach is one of the major cybersecurity challenges facing the country today, with many Kenyans increasingly falling prey to online fraud. Nancy Okware brings us the details.
The data protection caravan was in Meru County, sensitizing data handlers on the importance of safeguarding the personal data that they interact with on a daily basis.
Boniface Mwiti is a resident of Meru County.
Hao watu wamekuwa wakinisumbua sana, wakinitumia message kama moja niko nayo hapa inasema, "Hi mom, tumia mwalimu 2250 aninunulie calculator na set books inne."
He is among many Kenyans who have received messages from con artists.
Nimeambiwa mtoto wangu ameanguka kwa shule na amevunjika hata mguu. Sasa tunaambiwa utume pesa haraka ili mtoto aweze kupelekwa shule. Na mambo ya kushangaza, hata ukituma pesa wakati ule mwingine ukienda kwa simu yako unakuta hata pesa yako yote imetolewa.
Ukikuja upande wa WhatsApp unapata mtu amekwambia hi, then from there unapata ni picha yako ametumia kukuambia hi. Then anaanza kutuma tena messages, anatumia marafiki, nisaidieni, sijui niko hospitali.
Kuna maprofesa they know how to work. Na wanapo hack unajipata ya kwamba umetuma pesa hata sile ulikuwa umejiwekea.
To address the increasing threat, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner continues to put on notice data handlers collecting and exposing personal data without consent.
Yes, there may be instances probably where the officers in the organizations, of course, it's not the institution that leaked, it was a human being, but liability according to the act lies with the institution, because it's the institution that is expected to have proper user access codes, user access guidelines, and to have proper safeguards.
Data breaches happen at this age where we are in technological advancements. If a breach happens, then the obligation is you notify the data commissioner within 72 hours.
Kenyans are being urged to take charge of protecting their privacy by seeking to know why their data is required before availing it.
When you're accessing a building, the security guard should tell you and inform you why they are collecting your national identification number and your phone number. They should tell you that they're collecting it for the purposes of security and to also allow you to access the building.
In order to bring services closer to the people, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner intends to have its representatives in the Huduma centers across the 47 counties. Nancy Okware reporting from Meru County.
Police in Ruiru, Kiambu County on Friday evening seized and destroyed over 2,600 liters of illicit brew being manufactured along the Kamiti River. The brewers are reported to have been using dirty items such as used undergarments, sanitary towels and human hair, among others, to make the outlawed substances.
Led by Ruiru Sub-County Police Commander Alex Shikondi, the security team made impromptu raids in Ruiru and Kasarani. The findings left the officers shocked beyond words.
Ni mahali ambapo mahali pachafu sana, na ile vitu ambayo inatumika kutengeneza hiyo chang'aa ni vitu hata inaweza sababisha madhara kubwa sana kwa wananchi.
During the raid, 6 people were arrested and are expected to help police further investigation in the intensified fights against illicit brews. In Narok County, the National Government Administration officers destroyed over 2,000 liters of illicit brews of Muratina in Narok Town.
Kuna dawa zingine za kienyeji zimewekwa hapa ndani, lakini by and large ni pombe ambayo ni pombe haramu ambayo imeweza kumaliza vijana.
According to Narok Police, plastic containers used for distilling and storing illicit brews were found inside the room. For Lunchtime News, I'm Alvin Kaunda.
Suspected Kilifi cult leader Paul Mackenzie, who is in police custody in connection with the deaths of over 240 people, now decries unfair treatment and cruelty. Mackenzie says he and his co-accused persons have not had a change of clothes for a month. Mackenzie made the allegations while being presented at the Shanzu Court, where Senior Principal Magistrate Yusuf Shikanda gave the defense team 6 days to file their responses in reference to the state's request to detain Mackenzie for 60 more days pending investigations.
Maisha ikoje? Hiyo mnatreatiwa aje?
Cruelly. That's the best word I can use. You're being treated cruelly, especially the ones who are in Kilifi police station. They are really crying. Mwezi mzima nguo ni moja na nguo ziko hapo kwa wabii wamezuiliwa zisiingie ndani. Is that fair?
Moving on, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi is in Luanda, Angola for a 2-day official visit. Mudavadi will represent President William Ruto as well as lead the Kenyan delegation at the summit of heads of state and government of the signatory countries of the Framework Agreement for the Peace, Security and Cooperation of Democratic Republic of Congo and the region. The Framework Agreement was signed in 2013 by 11 African countries, including Kenya, with the aim of promoting peace peace, stability and development in the DRC and the Great Lakes region of Africa. The summit is a follow-up to the 11th session held in May in Burundi and seeks to discuss the progress made towards achieving the objectives and identifying any challenges that need to be addressed. Mudavadi will also hold several bilateral talks on the sidelines of the summit. Azimio One Kenya members of parliament have been instructed to reject the Finance Bill 2023 when parliament resumes sittings next week. ODM Deputy Party Leader Wycliffe Oparanya, while speaking in Budalangi, said the bill is engineered to overburden Kenyans. Meanwhile, Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo has ditched the Jubilee Party and joined UDA.
As the National Assembly resumes sittings on Tuesday, pressure is mounting on Azimio One Kenya MPs to remain firm against the Finance Bill 2023. Speaking in Budalangi during the homecoming ceremony of area MP Raphael Wanjala, former Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya rallied Azimio One Kenya MPs to reject the bill, saying it will raise the cost of living.
Wale MPs wa Azimio, wale wako katika National Assembly, waungane pamoja, waone ule mswada wa Finance Bill 2023 umeanguka.
Raphael Wanjala hapo na nyumba yake. Wewe unataka tena nitoe pesa ya nyumba nyingine. Hiyo nyumba unaenda kuwekea wapi? Utanipa title deed ya kuonyesha hii nyumba iko mahali fulani. Na wewe unataka mimi nilipie ile nyumba siboni.
Tutapinga na tupinge na tupinge hiyo maneno ya tax kwa sababu wananchi wa chini wanaumia. Na tutapinga tu, itakuwa mambo hatari kule bunge. Mkae kwa TV.
Elsewhere, Jubilee Party's only elected Governor Abdi Guyo of Isiolo has led a group of leaders from the county in decamping from various political parties to join United Democratic Alliance UDA.
Mimi leo nimeamua kuingia UDA. Mchana peupe saa 7 ya mchana. Mimi niko tayari kuenda by election kama inaitaka by election.
Other leaders who joined the ruling party alongside Governor Guyo include the Deputy Governor James Lowassa, immediate former Isiolo North MP Hassan Oda, Isiolo County Assembly Speaker Mohamed Roba, and the County ODM Party Chairperson Ismail Ali. Meanwhile, the Siaya County government has challenged the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to expedite investigations into graft allegations by Deputy Governor William Oduol.
It is unfortunate that up to now, not much has been heard regarding those investigations, right? And therefore, as a county government, we are wondering what is the issue for which this investigation cannot be concluded to avoid speculation.
Siaya County Deputy Governor William Oduol has fallen out with his boss James Orengo, claiming over 600 million shillings have been misappropriated. Risho Kawashira, Lunchtime News.
Well, that report from the political arena brings us to our first break here on Lunchtime News. Well, don't go too far, we still have more news coming up.
Iwapo unakohoa, unahisi uchungu kwenye kifua, uchovu kila wakati, joto jingi mwilini, unakosa hamu ya kula au kupoteza uzito haraka bila kukusudia na kutokwa na jasho jingi usiku, waweza kuwa waugua TB.
Hauoni ni kama wewe ni myang kupata bole ya mtu.
Mine is different.
You know, one day you'll get what you deserve.
Na hiyo ni nini? Jaji mkuu?
What are you doing here?
Nini vita? Nini? Kutuachanisha watu wawili.
Watu washajifunikia blanketi moja, wachana nao. Utakuwa madara.
TB yaweza kuangamiza jamii yako. Usikubali. Matibabu ni bila malipo katika hospitali zote za serikali.
It's been a long way without you, my friend. Na 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 na. See you again.
Hey, yawa. Kamene, what kind of a leader are you? In fact, there is a guy who is called a Gikonyo. That guy, even his face, he looks like a thief. Unajua hata wezi wanachika. Mwalimu and the rest. If that fellow called Gikonyo steps foot in this school again, ever, please ensure that let me know, okay? Nanjui? Nanjui?
Well, unanijua, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Get out, wewe nitakupararisha wewe. Nitakupararisha utaenda kwenye ukua mweusi.
The first time that I saw there is something wrong because I was very little is he tried to commit suicide. I can't remember all that incident because I saw where he hanged his rope and he just fell down.
In Kenya, we're in a rat race and we are caught in some machine that's rolling and we do not know how to stop the action. But it starts with us, it starts with that awareness. So tell someone, come on.
As they grow up, they'll tell themselves, for me to be safe, I need to be quiet. And most of the times as you grow up, you always withdraw.
So it does play a role, in a nutshell, a very crucial role.
In reality, these children are just not mentally healthy. So I think the prolonged trauma to their brains, I'd like to call it trauma because 3 hours of sleep is trauma.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is Lunchtime News. The renowned KBC English service will this evening host the exciting Sundowner event, Embu Chapter, to captivate country music enthusiasts and showcase the incredible talent within Kenya's country music scene. And on that note, we now cross over to Embu County, where we join our reporter Regina Manyara to give us details on what to expect from the Sundowner event, Embu edition. Regina?
Thank you very much, Wambiru. Indeed, we are coming to you live from Embu County, Isaac Walton, and today radio will meet TV. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Sundowner Sunset Date. But before we even get to discuss what you should expect, I'd want you to meet a voice that you've heard for years, that has been broadcasting on KBC English service. If you grew up in the 80s, the 90s thereabout, you must be familiar with this particular voice. And today, we are going to have that voice matched with a face. I'm talking about John Karani. Good afternoon. Why should Kenyans come down to Isaac Walton, Embu County?
Thank you very much, Asante Sana. This is the place to be. This is a party that has been planned for so long. After COVID, definitely we needed to get a fresh breath of air. And Isaac Walton Inn, iconic. We are going to have the Sundowner Sunset Date at the swimming pool, at the poolside. And we are going to have me, John Karani, with Big-Time Show, with Saturday Night Show, live from the location, and also my colleagues, that's John Obongo Jr. and Catherine Donye, hosting Sundowner live from this place, the iconic Isaac Walton Inn in Embu County, just after Embu Town on the Embu Meru Road. You turn on your left and you encounter this magical place. This is the place where you're going to get great Sundowner music, beat-time music, and also the Shika Shika moment on Saturday Night Show SNS. 500 shillings at the gate, and you're into fun music starting from 2 p.m.
to the break of dawn.
Well, Wambiru, it's a pity that you're not here with us, but I'm sure you're going to be following this particular broadcast that is going to be live all the way from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and we're going to have a comprehensive, coverage on who is going to be here. We're expecting those who are referred to as the Twitter Brigade to be showing up. So if you've not made your way to Embu County for the KBC Channel 1 Sundowner Sunset Date hosted by KBC English Service, then you need to be here. I'm Regina Manyara and I hand it over to you at Broadcasting House. Wambiru, take it away. Well, indeed, it's a pity that I'm not there, but Isaac Walton is the place to be as the sun sets and casts a golden hue across the landscape. Why don't you make your way to the Isaac Walton and create lasting sundowner memories? Now, in other news, a row is brewing between residents of Wambiru village in Naivasha town, Nakuru County, and an investor after water supply from Lake Naivasha to over 5,000 homes was disconnected. The aggrieved residents say the woes started immediately after the parcel of land on which the water pump is installed was sold, and the new owner declined to continue offering the service.
A control room housing several pumping machines and power generators lie idle. The machines, which ordinarily pump fresh water from Lake Naivasha, went silent a month ago, with vital components shut. Reason, a row between area residents of Wambiru village, where it is located, and a new landowner.
Kwa sasa hivi, kwa muda wa wiki 4, hatujapata kupigiwa ile maji. Tumejaribu kufuatilia kama wanakijiji na wanakamati. Tukaambiwa kwamba kuna mtu ambaye ako na nguvu sana serikalini, hatingiziki, na huyo mtu ndio amenunua shamba.
Residents and local leaders say shutting down the facility has had a catastrophic effect.
Ati mwanaume anaambiwa kama unaleta mama kwa hospitali ajifungue, unakuja na mtungi ya maji. Ni hasara kubwa sana. Ukienda pale shuleni, Wambiru Secondary ambapo watoto wetu wanasomea hadi wasichana, hawana maji hata kidogo. Hawajaoga siku 2. They are contemplating on closing the school.
Hata kama hujalipo ama unataka kulipo, ebu kumbuka the community. Ukianza na hiyo community iko kwako kwa boma. Bibi yako anazaa kwa maternity, hana maji, mtoto wako ameungua, ameenda dispensary, hakuna cha kumhudumia juu ya maji.
They want speedy interventions by authorities.
Ile maombi tunaomba kwa serikali ni huyu mtu ambaye nasikia anaitwa Mureu, ajue yeye binafsi hana uwezo ya kufungia watu zaidi ya 100 maji kwa sababu amenunua kashamba haka. Hata tuko na proposal, kuna wananchi wetu walikuwa wanatuambia hii shamba hata tunaweza mrudishia pesa arudi mahali alitoka.
The water supply system had been serving the area residents for over 40 years. It was installed by the Kenya Electricity Generating Company KENGEN as part of its humanitarian and social corporate responsibility.
Meanwhile, residents of North Kadam in Migori County have expressed fear of low harvest following invasion of their farms by wild animals. The residents from Oganga village claim to have already lost tons of maize and rice before harvest for 2 consecutive seasons due to destruction by wild animals from neighboring Ruma Game Reserve. The residents who have appealed for urgent intervention say the animals invade their farms at night, making it difficult to keep them at bay. Kenya Wildlife Service officers in the area are calling on local administrators to help them contain the situation.
Tumbiri imeharibu samba zetu, hata hii mahindi ambayo nimebeba. Kama imeshakuwa hivi na hivi, hakuna kitu ndani. Na hii mahindi mimi niko na watoto 3 kwa secondary. Nalima mahindi napeleka shuleni.
Shamba langu iko eka kama 4 na chenye nitapata nikiangalia ni kama hata junior 2 tu, sababu wamekula sana.
What I can assure, hii area ni kubwa. We want a communication with the elders and chief to give us information. Wherever they see, wherever is destruction around, we have to get the information before.
And now on sports news making headlines, Olympic and world champion Faith Kipyegon has set a new record of the 1500 meter in the Florence Diamond League meeting last night. Kipyegon streaked clear to win in 3 minutes 49 and 11 seconds, breaking the 3-minute 50 barrier for the first time, while Britain's Laura Moir finished a distant second. Ethiopia's Genzebe set the previous record of 3 minutes 50 seconds in 2015.
Quicker than he went in Rabat. That was a 9.94.
Now, Lindsay Starlets will be aiming to defend the Football Kenya Federation Women's Cup when they face Nakuru City Queens in the final on Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium. Meanwhile, Kibera Girls soccer team will play Kisumu All Starlets in the third playoff match.
Huyo ni fundi katika ufungaji magoli na tayari ameiweka Ulinzi Starlets kipaumbele kupitia penalty.
Ulinzi Starlets beat Kisumu All Starlets 3-0 in the semi-finals of the FKF Women's Cup and will rely on their strikers Fasila Adhiambo and Masi Airo to defend their title.
Wake ni wazuri haya, Masi Airo amemhesabu wa kwanza, Masi Airo leta vipasi nzuri kwa Fasila Adhiambo. Elizabeth Muteshi kule.
On the other hand, goals from Elizabeth Muteshi and Melon Mulandi helped Nakuru City Queens beat Division 1 side Kibera Girls soccer team 3-2 to reach the final.
Analeta burdan, anaokosesha amani wachezaji wa Kibra hapa. Ruth Wekesa amepanda kweli kweli. Stella Dorsedu changa nzuri kweli kweli ya kimaudhi.
Meanwhile, Kisumu All Starlets will face Kibera Girls team in the third playoff match. For Lunchtime News, I'm Fred Njogu.
Nyingine tena anafunga penalty.
Christopher Nkuku will be hoping to help holders RB Leipzig defend their DFB Pokal Cup when they face Randall Kolomuani and Eintracht Frankfurt in the final tonight. The match will be televised live on KBC Channel 1.
RB Leipzig will play Frankfurt in the final of the DFB Pokal tonight. Leipzig won last season's showpiece on penalty against Freiburg to lift their first major trophy. Marco Rosa's side have hit top form at just the right time with the 4-2 win over Schalke on the final day of the Bundesliga season last weekend, that being their 6th straight victory in all competitions and 8th in their last 9. Nkunku struck twice against the Royal Blues to share top scorer honours with Werder Bremen's Niklas Füllkrug on 16 goals, and the fit-again Frenchman is said to lead the attack once more alongside Timo Werner. Indeed, the majority of Leipzig's squad is available for the trip to Berlin's Olympic Stadium, with first-choice goalkeeper Peter Gulakshi and striker Andre Silva the only definite absentees. Frankfurt bid to end a second successive season with the silverware, having won the UEFA Europa League last year.
Champions League adventure to come in midweek.
Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. Thank you for choosing Lunchtime News. My name is Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy Maura. For more news, check out our website at kbc.co.ke. Enjoy the rest of the Saturday.
Now there are just